guys, so I'm gonna sharing with you the tools that I like in terms of editing my video tutorials. So I have some After Effects, I have some fancy software, After Effects, Sony Vegas, but Camtasia can really help you to expedite your production. And yeah, I'll share with you the features that I didn't know before and I'm currently enjoying right now because it's super cool. So the first one, by the way, if you are new to Camtasia, if you want to import a video, they accept, I believe they accept AVI and MP4. So you can go to the file and then click the import and then file, or you can click this plus icon and then import. They also have a features in here to easily record if you do screen recording. So you can just click this record to start recording. And once you're done with your recording, the result will be put in the screen recording field. Okay, so let's say for example this one, I have a video in here. By the way, if you want to use this kind of animation thing, just check my blog description below to download the Camtasia format, and you can just change the pictures and then put your channel name to have that kind of effect. So yeah, let's go back with the scenario. The first feature that I like is favorites. So if you're doing this every day, in weekly basis, then this favorite thing can really save you time to search a specific features. So let's say for example, I really like noise removal. Mostly if I do video tutorials, I use video noise removal. I also use the audio compression, and sometimes I use the click speed. So all of the starred pinned will be put in your favorites, and you can just easily use that by just dragging the animations or the features. Okay, and the second feature that I like is the animation thing. So I really love the zoom in effect. They also have other animation, but I don't use this often. I just always use this zoom in. So how you can use that? So let's say for example you want to specify, so okay, let's say this one, so you want to specify a certain section on your screen recording. You can just drag this video so it zooms 185%, and you can put it in here. Okay, you can let's say you want to zoom this. Let's say for example you want to zoom this for 5 seconds. Then after that, if you're contented with that, you can just click the scale to fit. So that this, as you notice in here, we have two kinds of arrow. So the entry arrows for zoom in, and then the exit arrow. So if we play that one, let's try to test this one. Okay. So that's how it looks. So the second feature that I really like, or I use it often in Camtasia, is this search bar. So let's say I'm not contented. I mean, the zooming is too fast. So what you can do is just use the search field, so it would be easy for you to adjust the duration. So I'm gonna zoom this out, this search field in here, and I will drag this arrow, the exit animation here, probably in the 20 seconds. And if you play this animation, you'll see that the zooming in is longer compared before. So this one, you will really use this most of the time, especially when you are cutting some mistakes. So if you drag this, if you stretch this at the middle part, you can definitely see which options, I mean which area you can cut. So let's say for example I'm gonna cut this part. So sometimes if you zoom like that, you cannot see the audio file. So what I normally do is I zoom that into the max part, and then I cut the scene. And the fourth feature that I like is the audio effects. So if your mic is not really good, then the noise removal can really help you to improve your audio quality. So if you drag that noise removal, this portion should be, okay, I'm gonna drag that. You should able to see this part. And by default, I actually already adjusted to -5, but by default it is 0 for the sensitivity. But sometimes if I put it into 0, I sounds like I'm in the cave, so I normally put that in -5. Okay, so the other thing that I like as well is the clip speed. English is not my native language, and sometimes I explain super slow, so I use the clip speed to speed up my video tutorials at least 1.1. So you can drag that clip speed in there, and then by default it is 1.17. So if you want to expedite it, I normally do expedite 1.10. So my video will be a bit faster, but I do not recommend for you to adjust it by 2.3 or something like that, because if you are doing tutorials. But if you are doing vlogging, then like Mimi's, then speeding it 5 times or 3 times is good. Okay, and then there's also thing that I liked. Mostly the features that I really loved when I am doing editing is the audio effects thing. Okay, there's also so-called audio compression. So audio compression will level all of your volumes into your scene. So if I drag this part in here, audio compression, you'll notice that the zigzag was gone. So if I let me Control Z that, so the zigzag in here level, so all of your audio will be in level mode, which is good. And then you can also separate that one. If you really want to isolate your audio, you can separate your audio and your video. So you'll see in here that they are already separated. Now if you want to adjust, like if you have, let's say for example, you have a multiple audio, to level everything, especially if they have different cuts. So what you can do instead is to maximize this timeline. So just click the track and then click the maximize track. Okay, and you'll see and then this part will give you like more accuracy in terms of leveling your audios. So that's it. If you want to put it into normal, then click the minimize tracks. Okay, so that's how it works. And the other thing that I like as well is the blur effect. I don't really use this annotation thing, but the blur effect really helped me to keep my information confidential, especially when I am doing screen recording. So let's say for example, I want to blur this BookwormHead, or I want to blur this username there. You can go to the annotation, and then go to the blur and then drag that there. Okay, and you can put it in here, which part do you want the blur to be integrated. So like that. So yeah, you'll notice this part is already in blur. They also have other thing in here where if you want to put like a special sketches, but I don't normally use this. I think this is applicable if you are doing whiteboard animation. So far I only use the blur effect. They also have some highlights in here, but I don't use it often. They also have this one, the device frame. Okay, device frame, I normally use it on my let's say for example Pinterest or my Instagram. So I like this device frame so far. So you can select this device frame, okay, and okay, put it there. So as you can see here, like it is already in a frame mode. Your animation is in the frame mode. You can also select if you want it to be in iPhone or you want it to be in MacBook Pro and Google Pixel. If you want to add more frames, then there is an option in Camtasia to download and select a specific frames here. So yeah, I really like the frames, but not in my YouTube tutorials. I use it on my Instagram and some Pinterest and my Facebook ads. So these are the frames that they have so far. I believe they have free and they also have a premium version. The other visual effects that I liked is this one, the drop down thing. I can also use this drop down on my YouTube channel. So if you click the drop down, if you want it to be really clean cut clean cut theme, you can select this drop down, and then let's say I'm gonna use the color, my branding color, which is blue. So you'll see, okay, let's apply that one. Actually, let me delete that blur effect. So you see that it has this kind of drop down effect, which is super elegant, super elegant to use. Yeah, and if you are a type of person who love to see your face, then they have a green screen effect as well. I don't really use this. I just prefer to screen record and do some tutorials. There's also a media library in here. My first video tutorials is I just use their preset template. I think if you are watching my old videos, you'll see that my intro videos is the line wipe. So this one, the line wipe. So you can definitely use this as your starter intro animation. So you can just drag that. So let's say, for example, you select that one, and let's use the search bar so we can do some adjustments into the line wipe. Okay, so let's say I will click this plus thing in here to widen the animation. Now, this normally when you do animation, you needed to make it faster as possible. So let's say I don't want to use this part, so we can just simply cut that and del, or you can Control Z, cut, and then remove tracks. So something like that. And let's say you want to change this with your name, so my brand, and then you want to put your website, mywebsite.com. So that's how it works for editing this part. This one is a pop-up animation. If you want to use other animation for your video, then there is an option under the behavior, so you can play this part as well. I don't use this often, since most of my videos are tutorials, but if it is a presentation, then behavior can be super useful for you. So that's it so far, guys. I hope this has been helpful for you. Let me know what kind of features that you like in Camtasia as well, and if you have questions, let me know as well.